Those are the people that love you. Those are the people that want to help you. Those are the people that will recommend you into their network and sponsor you to have those meetings that you want.
Hey, welcome back, all my followers of this Talking Sales series. Love to have you with me. Thank you very much for all the comments and feedback you give us over a period of time. Really valuable, and it helps me learn a lot too, because we learn from each other. And I'm learning a lot from this man. Adam Gray, welcome back.
Hi John, nice to see you again.
It's great to have you here again. Look, Adam, I was thinking in some of our last discussions, one of the things that you really need in social is a good following, right? A big network, because we all try and grow our LinkedIn network or our Twitter network. Is that right?
You know for a fact that it isn't, right?
Of course not.
What you need is to have an engaged network. And the question you need to ask yourself, are you better off having 100 followers and connections that listen to everything you say, or 1,000 that never listen to anything you say? One of them is an opportunity to create value and engage and use the social platform as a tool and a mechanism to build a digital bridge to these people and have that conversation going on. Otherwise it becomes a broadcast medium, and it's no different to the radio or television or all of these other mediums which are dying on their feet. So no, you don't need to have a big network.
So engagement's the secret, is what you're saying?
Yeah, having people listen to you and actually take notice of you and have some dialogue.
And engage with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Those are the
So if you're getting no feedback, no comments, no people, nobody asking you questions, maybe they're reading your stuff or at least browsing through it, but not giving you any feedback, you're probably not engaging.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. You know, if you read a good article, you want to leave a comment on it. You want to like it. You want to give some acknowledgement that you think it's valuable in order that the person does more. And if people are not doing that to you, it means that really you're not hitting the sweet spot in terms of the content that you should be giving.
And this goes now back to the last discussion we had about measurement, right? Yes, you can measure a massive network, thousands and thousands in your network, but if you're not measuring how well you're engaging with that network or with some of that network, then you're probably wasting your time.
Absolutely. I think it's worth just qualifying that and saying, if you've got a really engaged network, the bigger the network, the better. So if you've got a really big network of people and they're all engaged, that's great. That's better than a small network, because you're maximising that serendipity of bumping into people at the right time. But I think, when we map our network and we talk about influencers and people that we influence and connections, we tend to view it as a series of concentric circles. So on LinkedIn, if you're active and always connecting with people when you meet them and trying to grow your influence, you might have 5,000 connections, for argument's sake. I'm not saying that's good or bad, I'm just saying you might have 5,000 connections, and 2,500 of them have no idea who you are. This is probably true of most people. And of the 2,500 who know who you are, there's half of them probably kind of get you, and half of them just know your name. And of the ones that get you, there could be 1,250 or whatever it is, there's probably only 100 or a couple of hundred that really rate you. And the interesting thing is that is where the value in your network comes.
Right.
Those people that, in the olden days, you would turn up in reception and you would phone up to them and say, I'm down in reception, and they'd say, hold on, I'll clear my desk, give me 5 minutes, I'll clear my desk and we'll go out for a cup of coffee and have a chat. Those are the people that love you. Those are the people that want to help you. Those are the people that will recommend you into their network and sponsor you to have those meetings that you want. So it's the old adage of selling to your network, not selling to your network, but selling through your network.
Right.
And you get the benefit of the value of their networks multiplied by your network, but more importantly, you get that third-party endorsement. If I tell you that I'm great at what I do, it has no value. And it has no value because everybody says they're good. If a third party says, Adam's really great at what he does, that you have to listen to because there's no axe for them to grind.
I recently had an example of this with two colleagues, both share my content. And back in the days when you can measure week by week, day by day, the engagement on LinkedIn on an article, one would share my article 1 week and I'd see the spike, and the other would share next week or two and I'd see the spike. One had tens of thousands of followers and one had 1,200 followers, and it was just a bigger spike with the one with 1,200 followers. That person was so engaged with 1,200 people, it wasn't funny.
Yeah, And I think we see that time and time again. And when you look at your LinkedIn feed or Twitter feed or Facebook feed or whatever it is, you basically have all of this content scrolling past you, and the bigger your network, the faster this content scrolls past you. And the difficulty is not finding content. The difficulty is identifying which content you're going to pay any attention to. So the challenge is not even writing the content. The challenge is making sure that my content appears in your view and that you look at it.
I stop and look.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
stop and look.
And that's based on me. That's not based on content. That's based on context.
Sometimes I'll stop because a topic will grab my attention. But most times I stop because I know the person.
Absolutely right. The value of the relationship.
Okay, great subject. So bottom line is, it's not building a massive network out there that's important. The most important thing is building engagement with the network you have. Now, the network needs to be a targeted network, in my view.
Yep.
It needs to be people that you want to engage with, that are going to help you towards building a stronger customer base, growing your revenue, growing your sales, and so on. But whatever the size of the network, the engagement with that network through social and creating value for that network and interacting are all part of what you need to do. So a massive network is no good if you're not engaging.
Perfect.
Thank you very much, Adam.
Thank you, John.
That's a great message.
Thank you.